Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Brianne and this is Diary of a Homemaker. Today I have another thrift haul video for you. I have been back at it. I have been thrifting and dare I say this is one of my best thrift hauls ever. I have so many good things. Some of this has come from the thrift store and then one thing has come from Facebook Marketplace, and that's what actually inspired this video. As you guys know, I am not thrifting every single day. I do it very casually when I have time or when I have a few minutes and I'm running errands and I see a thrift store and I have time to stop in. This is a collection of many weeks of things. This is not just one trip. You know, curating a home takes time and it's not a race. You find what you love when you love, and it just kind of goes from there. So like I said, this is a collection of many weeks, and after I found the Facebook Marketplace thing yesterday, actually, I knew that I had to go ahead and film this video. The stuff had kind of been piling up by my pile and I needed to get it out of my floor, and I really wanted to get this stuff in their home. I have a space for everything and I really just wanted to get it put away. So if you haven't already, I'd love for you to consider subscribing to the channel or liking or sharing. This really just helps push my videos to viewers like yourself that enjoy a good thrifted find. But let's just get into it. I have so many good things and I think I'm gonna save the best for last, which is gonna be a hard toss-up because I have two things that are by far my absolute favorite thing I've possibly ever thrifted. So let's get started. The first thing I have is actually this brown crock. Now I did do just a little bit of research. The bottom says West Bend, if you can see that, and this is actually a bean pot. I don't resale or resell. I am not a reseller. I strictly thrift for myself and that's it. I am always just curious how much things that I thrift are worth. The girl math says that if this is worth $50, then I just saved $40 or $49.50 because I actually got this. Actually, I saved $50 because this was a gift. The lady that runs the thrift store said that this had come in on a donation and she actually gifted me this, and it is absolutely beautiful. I actually put this on the top of my pantry shelving in our dining room. We recently did a decorate with me and I redid the entire top of my pantry shelf, and this found the perfect home on the top of the shelf. So this was free, this was a gift, and I love it. It's absolutely perfect. I also got this beautiful, you guys know I have a thing for cookbooks, and I said I was done, but I had to have this one. It is a beautiful set of cookbooks. It is green linen and it has gold debossing. This is the Horizon Cookbook 1 and 2, and it says illustrated history and then menus and recipes. So the first book looks like this is all just like history, and it kind of just gives you the history. There's a lot of photos. Beautiful book. And then this is the cookbook, the menus and recipes that go with it. And there is some debossing on the front, if you can see. It looks like a fruit basket. So this is all recipes, and I actually haven't gotten in here too much to look through these, but there are all kinds of things. This is holiday breads. Maybe we'll do a holiday cook with me and we'll make some of these holiday recipes. I think that could be a lot of fun. But there is so much. I love old cookbooks because I feel like this is just the way that cooking was meant to be. It was made with real ingredients, and if you've watched any of my grocery hauls or cooking videos, you know how I feel about cooking with ingredients and not with processed foods. So I had to have this one, and now I promise you I am done with the cookbooks. I cannot buy any more. I'm done. I have no space. So I've got a great collection, and yeah. I got 2 more books. This is a Martha Stewart book, and I wouldn't technically call this a cookbook. This is a handbook. So this is Martha Stewart's hors d'oeuvres handbook, and granted, there are recipes in here. I really just have a thing for Martha Stewart. She is so inspiring, and if I am lacking for inspiration, I'm gonna look to Martha. I haven't had a chance to really get into this one either, and so I'm excited to get into this one. This one was not, it looks like this was probably donated from leftovers from a garage sale. I did not pay $3 for this. This was actually from the 50-cent store that I talk about all the time. It's one of my very favorite thrift stores, and all of their books are actually free, which I think is amazing. It's a way for people in the community to get their hands on books for no cost, and we always make sure and donate our books back to them, just because, again, we just love to pass on the gift of reading. And so this was free. I'm excited to get into this one, and we'll have to make some of the things in there as well. So next thing I got was this Webster's New Dictionary of Synonyms. Now I am going to take the jacket off because the cover is actually so pretty. I love linen covers. I have a thing for books, if you haven't noticed. And again, this one also has the gold lettering. This is the spine. And then it has all of these beautiful tabs along this. And I actually really love, if you can see, it has these, the pages are actually speckled. And I'm not sure if that was done intentionally, if that was how it was printed, but I love it either way. And so I got this. I really got this for our fall decor, but it is basically time to start decorating for Christmas, and so that video is going to be coming out very soon. I have a Christmas haul video I need to share with you first, and then it is go time. It is time to decorate this house, and I'm excited to share that with you as well. So I did get these 3 books. I love books. I just have to be really selective because it is so easy for things to accumulate, and the last thing I want to have is a hoarder type house where everything is cluttered and we can't walk. And so again, I just have to be so selective with what I bring in. The price for that book, I forgot to mention, was I think $1/4. All of the books from that particular thrift store are $1/4, and so that's all I got that day. You know, sometimes the pickings are out there and sometimes they're not, and so that day, that's all I got. The next thing I got was this beautiful stool. I actually found a stool similar to this back probably 1.5 years ago. I found it at Red Rack, and I don't know about you, but a lot of the bigger thrift stores here in my area tend to be quite pricey. I really love to stick with the smaller local type thrift stores, and this was from the 50-cent thrift store, if you can even believe it. One of my favorite finds. I have been looking for one. The one at Red Rack a couple years ago I think was $12, and that is not a bad price, but it's not my kind of price. I really, really love to challenge myself to make our house on as little money as possible. You know, we don't have just a ton of disposable income that we can throw around to furnish our home, and I also just really love the challenge of finding things. So I found this. This was from the 50-cent store, and it is absolutely perfect. I plan to put this next to my little chair in our dining room, and it's going to be perfect. So I love it, and for 50 cents I absolutely had to have it. The next thing I got was this beautiful vase. And if you follow my Instagram, I share a lot of things that I do over there in my everyday life. I actually had a flower farm this past summer where I delivered flowers to local businesses. It was a lot of fun. It was a learning experience. I haven't decided if we're going to do that again next year. We might. I just don't know. It was a ton of work, and I just don't know yet. You never know what the future holds, but I did want to go ahead and get this vase. It is absolutely beautiful. I really do love flower arrangements in general, and so even if I don't use this for my flower farm, this will definitely get used in my home. And this is a large vase, and so I know this can hold a lot of flowers, but again, I need to stop with the vases. I have enough vases, and so this is probably the last vase that I'm going to purchase. But I really loved the top of it. I thought it was quite interesting, and this was actually $3, and I got this from another one of the thrift stores that I frequent, but I love it and I had to have it, and it also came home with me. The next thing I got was this cute little recipe box. Now, I do have a recipe box, but I was thinking for Christmas I could gift some home written recipes and put them in here. There is a little green spot on the front, but I think that can easily come off with some dish soap and some water. If not, then I could paint it. But this came from the 50-cent store, and I really, really loved the shape of this. And so this came home with me. I am not sure how old this is. Here there is a price, a handwritten price. It says $17.95. So I'm not sure where this came from originally, but I super loved the shape and I had to have it. I thought it would be a great way to pass along the gift of cooking to a friend, and so this will be repurposed into a Christmas gift. The next thing I got, and I shared this on my Instagram, so if you're not following me over there, I highly recommend you follow me over there. I share a lot of these projects in real life, and then, or real time I should say, and then once I have collected a lot of things, I will share it as a video. And so I got this beautiful peach print, and this was from I can't remember where this was from. I did have the, I can't remember. So when I got this actually came with a gold frame. It had glass on it and it was like completely framed. It was not my style, and I knew I had some frames upstairs. I keep a stash of frames that I love upstairs, and this gives me the option to really easily swap out artwork with different frames. I did not like the frame that this one came with, and so this worked out perfectly. I already had this. I didn't have to spend any money. And the back, I just have it taped in. I do have some actual photo tape. This is like a heirloom type photo tape. That's not necessary. It's just what I had, and it wasn't holding as well as I'd like, so I did end up having to use just some packaging tape along just to keep it secure. But I want to show you up close because it had this really pretty double matte. If you can see that checkered print, I had to have this, and I have already hung this. This actually goes over here on this short little wall. I'm looking for more artwork. I would love to fill our home with more artwork. Actually, behind my couch, I'm looking to swap out the two frames that are up there, and I think I want to do one large gallery wall of art, and so I'm looking for more art, and this was beautiful. This was also from the 50-cent store. I am looking to add even more art in our home. Now the frame could definitely use a little bit of love, but I went ahead and got this or put in the frame and hung up, and maybe this winter, whenever we have more time, we can go through and work on some of these projects that need just a little bit of TLC, but that is for another day. This was 50 cents. And I did go to the Salvation Army. I do have to go over to the next biggest town next to me if I want to go to Salvation Army. And I actually hadn't been there in quite some time. I don't frequent there, and so my trips there are far and few between, but I did stop in there one day and I got this cherry pitter. And I know I did some food preservation videos for you. I actually regret not doing more because so much of our lifestyle and our home revolves around food and growing our own food, preserving our own food, storing our own food. And I just really regret not sharing more of that with you. Maybe we'll do more of that next year, but this is something that we desperately needed. I had tried to order some cherries from Azure Standard over the summer and they ended up selling out. And next year I plan on getting my order in a little bit earlier so I can hopefully get some of those cherries, and this is gonna come in handy. So I paid $1.50 for this. So I thrift about 95% of my clothing. I have not bought a brand new purse in probably 10 years. I don't like paying retail, and if I can find a great quality bag or clothing item that is thrifted, then I'm gonna do that. And so I got this bag. It is genuine leather and I absolutely love it. It is perfect. It does not have a brand. I looked for a brand, but it does say that it was made in, where's the tag? It says made in Thailand, and this does look like an older tag. If any of you all know how to date tags, please let me know. But I absolutely love this bag. I don't love a lot of new products because one, they're expensive, and who can afford that? And two, the quality of newer items, unless it's a luxury brand, is just not great in my opinion. I don't love buying cheap things. I have found over the years that when you buy cheap things, then you're just replacing them, and those cheap things that you originally bought end up being a waste of money, and they end up going in the landfill. And I'm just really anti mass produced things, because especially trendy things, I cannot get behind those. And so you will never find things on my channel that are those trendy, cheap, inexpensive things. That's just not who I am as a person, and those just aren't things that I'm ever gonna promote. And so when I can find a quality something for a very affordable price, this is from the 50-cent store, this is something that everyone can afford. This is the kind of stuff that you can expect for me to share, and that will never change. So long story short, I got this backpack. I love it, and I can't wait to use it. The next thing I got were these packages of wooden game pieces. Now, our summers and springs are spent mostly at the ball field. We live a very busy life in the summer and the spring around sports. In the winter, we get to do a lot of board games, and board games are something that we just really enjoy. We play a lot of them, and I have a collection of wooden game pieces in my basket, and so we've lost a few of them, and this is a full set of the wooden chess pieces. I just need to take it out of the packaging, and then these I believe are for checkers. I don't know why I didn't know what these were, because I had some of these in some gift set that someone got for my kids a couple Christmases ago, and I could not figure out what these were. These are for checkers, and so these are actually some of the pieces that have gotten lost, and so now we have pieces, and now we can play checkers. And so I'm excited to have these. These are wooden. I love adding wooden accents into our home, even if it's something as small as a you know, a checker piece, and it's not plastic, and that's a great deal. So 50 cents, I got these. Very excited to have these. So I also thrifted some bedding, and would you believe it, I already have this exact sheet set. This is from Mainstays brand, and I absolutely love it. I think it is very almost timeless, I would say. This stripe, I love the shade of the brown in the stripe and the blue. Blue is growing on me. I have never been a blue person, but it is growing on me. And I have one more blue thing I'm gonna show you, but this is 2 pillowcases. They were 20 cents, and I just need to get these unwrapped and washed, and I already have the set, the sheet set that goes with this, that I also thrifted, if you can believe it, from the same thrift store. And so I just need to wash these, and I love them, and 20 cents, you just can't beat that. So I got those. I also thrifted these. I have 2 of these, and I've already been using one. These are Egyptian cotton pillowcases. I have a beautiful set of Brook linen sheets that they gifted me, and this color is almost perfect. And this is the tag, if you can see it, if you can read that, it says Egyptian cotton, made in Pakistan, and it's the home collection. So I think this was originally from JCPenney Home, but it had beautiful stitching. If you can see the stitching along the detail was just so beautiful, and these are so soft. And like I said, I've already been using one. This has already been washed, but I'll probably rewash it. I just love the color. Green is my favorite color, and so that is gonna be perfect. And then I did also get a few other linens. We have a Amazon, she resells a bunch of like Amazon pallets of stuff, and I don't stop in there very often, but I do stop in there to get socks. Their socks are like 50 cents a pair for brand new socks, and same with underwear. They're brand new, they're 50 cents, and they had this set of pillow, like it was like a tote of different fabrics, different like 1 panels of curtains, or miscellaneous pillowcases or other fabric items, and it was fill a bag for $1. So I got to fill an entire bag for $1, which I didn't because there just wasn't a lot of things in there that I liked, but I did get a few things. This is Lane Linen 100% cotton. Here is the tag, and this is just a pillowcase. I will never ever pass by a quality pillowcase or sheets in general, and bedding in general. I have quite the collection of bedding and sheets, and I love to switch out our bedding often. I love to just change it based on the season, and I love to have options. And I'm telling you, 1 round of the stomach flu can take out all of your bedding in the entire house. And so I just really love having extra sheets and extra bedding, and I will never not get some good sheets or pillowcases. So I got that one. I also got these 2. This one has a zipper, like a zipper entrance or cover, whatever. I got 2 of these. They're matching. These are for like a small pillow, like a decorative pillow, and they're just pillow covers, but I thought these would be great to have to swap out some of my smaller pillows. And these are also 100% cotton. They feel great. They're very soft. They're not made of like polyester or any other synthetic type of fiber. I just cannot get behind those, and so I got those 2. And then I also got this beautiful striped pillowcase, and I think this is for a king size pillow. This is also, oh, this is 100% or 87% cotton, 13% linen, and this is the tag on this one, Nestwell, which I've never heard of, but it is this beautiful striped fabric. You can hardly see the stripes, but it's beautiful, and I'm excited to have this. The next thing I got also came from the Salvation Army. These are a set of 3 beautiful beautiful brass like drawer pulls, and I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna put these. I thought about putting them in my bathroom. They are solid brass. They are so pretty. I love the detail on them. And I paid $2 for these. And let me take the tape off so you can see. This is what they look like. They are absolutely beautiful. And they are solid brass. I don't see a brand or like a label on them. It does have this on the inside, and then on the other side it says patent. So I got a set of 3. I will probably only use 2 for my bathroom, and then I'll have 1 more, but they came as a set of 3 and I love them. So those were $2. And speaking of brass, you know, if it's brass, I'm gonna pick it up. And I got this entire box of brass napkin holders. It looks like the original, here it is, Kemp. This is the brand, and these are brand new with tags. Kemp Beatley. And I looked them up online. These were made in the USA. This is the style number, in case you're wondering about the style number. But I got an entire box of them, and there was 2 different kinds. This one is more ribbed. There's like a ribbed pattern on them, and then this one is kind of like an ornate, I don't know what you'd say, I guess just ornate pattern. And I thought these would be so pretty for Christmas if we did like a Christmas dinner. And I'm not even sure how many is here, but there's an entire box. And I got all of these for $2, and I just need to take all of these tags off and give them a good wash, and I cannot wait to use them. And the last thing I got from Salvation Army is this ginormous basket. You guys know that I'm going to get the basket. This is a quality basket. It is huge. I love how chunky the caning is. And this is extremely well made. Again, this was from the Salvation Army, and I paid $6 for it. I have not taken the tag off yet, and so I need to do that and give this a really good wash. But this thing is heavy, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use this to decorate for Christmas under the Christmas tree and put some goodies in there. And so I can't wait to use this and style this in my home. I also got this pillow, and this is a down pillow insert inside a pillow cover. So this is the tag. It looks like this is a insert from IKEA, and I looked them up and they're actually not that expensive. So I would like to get on IKEA and order a bunch more of these because I really like them. And this pillowcase is also from IKEA. Again, blue is growing on me, and so this goes on one of our boys' beds, and I just really love it. I love that it has, you can do the chop, and so it's just very comfortable, and I paid $2 for this. So the last 3 things that I'm gonna share with you are probably my favorite things I've ever thrifted. That is what made this video, inspired this video. And so the first thing is this sink. This is a beautiful, beautiful sink. I wish that you guys could see the detail on this because it is absolutely beautiful. I'd really love to redo our bathroom at some point. We are not ready to do that, but I thought this would be so beautiful in our bathroom as a vessel sink. This is the bottom. So the brand is Linka Sink. I've never actually heard of that before. It is extremely heavy, and I just thought this was so beautiful. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it right now, but eventually I would really like to put it in our bathroom and make it our bathroom sink. And this crazy 50-cent store, I paid 50 cents for that sink, and I actually thought it was a giant bowl. I was shuffling through things on the bottom shelf, and I looked over and I thought it was a giant bowl, which was very pretty. And I walked over there and I was like, oh my gosh, this is an actual sink. And so my thinking is I would really love to put the like the beautiful brass like stopper in the bottom, and then have a beautiful brass like long spigot, and I just think that would be perfect. I completely forgot this chair. Oh my gosh, I paid $2 for this chair. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you see a lot of this stuff in real time because I can't wait to share, but I paid $2 for this chair. And it has this beautiful, beautiful caning on the back. It is in basically perfect condition. I don't know that I love the seat pattern, but I really love the style of the chair. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I actually put it in my cart because I saw it was $2 and I love chairs. And so I put it in my cart, and I was with my best girlfriends, and I was pushing it around, and I was really just trying to think, where am I gonna put this chair? Because it is so easy to just consume, and just really let things accumulate in your home. And again, I'm just trying to be so selective what I bring in our home. And so I ended up putting it, I was holding it and I set it down. And I was still thinking on it because I really loved it and I really wanted it. It's a beautiful chair. And I saw this lady kind of circling around, and so I sat in it because I hadn't made up my mind and I didn't know if I wanted it, and I knew if I took a step away that she was going to take it, and so I sat down. And then my best girlfriend said, if you don't get it, then I'm going to get it. And so this lady walked over to us and she showed me her phone. She had Google Lensed it, and it was worth, I don't remember how much it was worth, but it was worth something. And again, like, I don't resell, I don't ever sell the things that I'm thrifting, but I do love having quality items in my home. I love having a beautiful home. And so because it was an expensive chair, something that had some worth, something that was a quality made piece of furniture, I ended up putting it back in my cart, and I paid $2 for it. Their furniture normally is not that expensive, or not that inexpensive, but I think they were trying to clean out their warehouse, and so they had marked down a bunch of furniture, and I ended up getting it. So I got it for $2 and I love it, and it's absolutely perfect. And I actually ended up putting it in my laundry room, which is kind of a weird place to have a chair, but because I'm cooking so much in the kitchen, our laundry room is right off from our kitchen. Sometimes it has been nice to just sit down while something's boiling, or sit down and fold laundry in the laundry room right after it comes out. And so I've enjoyed having it in there. So the last two things I have, one is a Facebook Marketplace find, and then the other is from a thrift store that I frequent quite often. So I think I'm gonna do the Facebook Marketplace find first. This is what I got yesterday, and then I'm gonna share the last item. I found this gorgeous vanity on Facebook Marketplace yesterday. It was $25, but she said she was open to offers. And so I offered her $20 and she accepted. And I went and got it. It is a little bit rough. There is some paint that has been sprayed, and some of the pieces of molding have come off. She also did a faux wood paint job, and please don't do that. Please don't ever do that, because now I have to spend a day stripping this off and trying to refinish it to its natural wood. And I am going to try to match it to my mantle. I got this mantle at a yard sale last summer for $20, and so I am going to use the same stain. This is my favorite stain. I also have this on our kitchen table or our dining table, but I need to strip all of this paint off, this faux paint job, and there are some paint on the actual mirror. I'm just going to take a razor blade and get that off, but I really just wanted to get this put up and in our home so I could look at it. Yesterday evening after we got home and got this cleaned and disinfected and put up, I got this put up and I am in the Christmas mood, and I'm excited to put I really would love to put what's it called? A garland along here with stockings, and then our Christmas tree is gonna go over here, and I just can't wait to decorate. But anyways, I got this from Marketplace for $25. The actual vanity part is in quite rough shape. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep that or just give it away to anybody that wants it, because it's a big project and I just don't have that in me right now. And then the last thing that I got is this chandelier, and I have been looking for a light fixture for our dining room forever. I don't even know, like 2 years maybe. I just wanted a certain style. I knew what I wanted. I didn't want anything that was new or looked new. It needed to have just a certain look to it, and very much like our living room light fixture, I wanted something that would complement that. And so I got this for $3, if you can believe it. My husband actually got this all wired in for us, and it's perfect. So I paid $3 for this, and this is probably one of my, if not my favorite secondhand find I've ever had. So that is gonna wrap it up. If you are still here, thank you so much for being here. That ended up being a way bigger haul than I thought. I did not think I had that many things, and you guys know I am a talker. I just really love to share the stories behind things, and so I'm gonna talk about it. But again, if you are still here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. And again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd love for you to consider subscribing. Until next time, bye.